when the edge is broken. Ecclesiastes chapter 10 from verse 8. It says, he that diggeth a pit shall fall into it. And whoso breaketh an edge, a serpent shall bite him. Please continue. Whoso removeth stones shall be hurt therewith, and he that cleaveth wood shall be endangered thereby. If the iron be blunt, and he do not whet the edge, then must he put to more strength. But wisdom is profitable to direct. Verse 11, the last, it says, surely the serpent will bite without enchantment, and a babbler is no better. Praise the living Jesus. Now, from this scripture, in fact, from verse 11, it says that surely the serpent will bite. Now, it is the serpent's nature. It is in the nature of a snake to bite. Are we together? Are we together? But before you get to this point where it says you don't even need an enchantment, you don't need an enchanter to come, and you don't need a witch, you don't need a wizard, you don't need a sorcerer to afflict the serpent with instruction before it bites you. So long as the serpent is within your domain, so long as the serpent is within your jurisdiction, so long as the serpent is among or within you, it will surely bite without an enchantment. So what are you supposed to do? The Bible, Solomon in verse 8 says that as an instruction, that he that digs a pit will fall into it, and he that what? Breaks an edge, the serpent will bite. So if you don't want the serpent to bite you, then it means that you must pay attention to the edge around you. Are we together? If you don't want to fall into a pit, you must make sure that you pay attention, that you do not go on about the enterprise of digging a pit in the first place. Are we together? Are we together? Because what we are saying is, when you look at the story of Job, from the story of Job, when we look at the back end of that story, God exposed us to the reality of the believer. And what is the reality? That God protects his own, even unto the uttermost. That is the reality that you and I have as believers. And so what that means, therefore, is that in your life and around you, around the lives of everyone that is connected to you, evil should not prevail. Evil, misfortune, calamity is not a natural occurrence for the believer. Are we together? When you look at the provision in Psalms chapter 91, you will notice that God was so explicit in the protection package that he has for you and I. He said he will even give his angel charge over thee, that they will bear you in all your ways. Verse 11, lest you dash your foot against a stone. The protection package is so much that God captures something as inconsequential as walking and striking your feet against a stone by mistake. He says for the believer, it is not normal. People of darkness, those who are priests of darkness, they know that it is not a good omen whenever they strike their feet, any of their foot against stone. Are we together? But we believers, we are so careless in the way we live our life and we do our thing, that we strike our feet against a stone and we don't stand to ask why. And so when the devil succeeds in allowing you accept inconsequential mishap as normal, it will get to a point whereby the big thing will become normal to you. As a believer,